Welcome back, trainers. So I hope everybody had a great Mudkip community day and was able to find yourself plenty of shinies and possibly good IVs. With this new appraisal system, it's absolutely amazing and so easy to see what you have going on without, Calci IV or some other side app. And you could just simply go through. It was fantastic, especially with the new 100 search function and or the 98%. So I was able to get 17 of these Mudkips as well as an off shiny, and that is going to be shiny Seel. I couldn't believe it. As a matter of fact, I caught a shiny Mudkip, and then right after that, I got the shiny Seel, and I was actually able to record it. We'll take a look at that as well. And we're going to take a look at Muddy Water and seeing how fast it does gain energy going up against my friend. I'm also going to be powering up one Swampert. Now, it is going to be a fantastic investment if you want to make a full team of them. But personally, I'm just going to stick to the Kyogres. I will just power up maybe just like 1 or 2 or 3. I'm going to be maxing out a lucky one in this video. It's not going to be shiny, but that's alright. Once I get a lucky trade in the future, I'll do that. It's just Kyogre has better TDO and DPS. It's not by much, but the TDO is. The DPS Swampert is fantastic. If you want to max these out, you should go for it because it's not far behind the Kyogre anyways. But Swampert is a fantastic budget water Pokemon. As a matter of fact, it's not even that budget. It's just barely behind Kyogre. So don't be afraid to invest in that. So the shiny Mudkip, I did evolve about, I'd say, a good maybe 10 of them. Quite a few of them for the Ultra League so I can help people out in the future or possibly do those trades, so that trade bait. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the spammability of the Muddy Water in PvP because it's insane. Mixed with Mudshot, you're going to be able to continuously get this off. Now, Swampert is a bit squishy, that is the only problem here. But take a look as I do tank this Shadow Ball, and then I'm able to get off this Muddy Water yet again onto my opponent here and burn his last shield. So it's very nice, guys. I'm excited to see how it is going to be relevant in the metas in the future. So we do have the Mirror Cup for the month of August, which I have not said a word about yet on my channel, right? We'll be going over that. There's plenty of channels talking about it, so I figured you guys will be all right. But I will put in my 2 cents later on here, in which you will be able to go back and possibly do the Boulder Cup, and then Swampert will be able to participate. As far as the usability, is Marshtomp going to be a little bit better? Possibly. Although that Hydro Cannon spam is real as well as Muddy Water, and if that chance of lowering the opponent's defense is there, that is still pretty good as well. I did go up against my friend Dark here, so shout out to you, much appreciated. And there is that shiny Seel, guys, look at that. And the IVs on it are actually quite fantastic. We'll be going over all my Pokemon and going through them thoroughly as soon as we look at all this gameplay as well as these catches here. And if you're new to Pokemon Go and you're thinking to yourself, whoa, wait a minute, Muddy Water, I was evolving mine during the community day and that hour period afterwards, and I was getting Hydro Cannon. Correct. That was the move you're supposed to get during this whole period, but you can actually TM it, and that is how you're going to actually get the Muddy Water move. So just take note of that. Don't worry, if you didn't get any, you can actually go back and purchase that secondary move and get that Muddy Water. Make sure you do not TM your Hydro Cannons. If you so choose to, go ahead, but you're not going to be able to get that back. So maybe just purchase a secondary move. It's only going to cost you 10,000 Stardust. Fairly cheap for the Swampert. Is it worth the investment? Well, I wouldn't say purchase them on all of your Swamperts. Maybe just one. Test it out, see how you like it, and that's basically it. It's not going to be useful for raids or going up against gyms at all. So take note of that. It's solely for PvP because you cannot lower your opponent's defense, attack, or anything like that when you're going up against raids or gyms. Just in PvP here. So let's take a look yet again, getting off another one of these Muddy Waters. And like I said, the damage isn't great, but you do have that chance of lowering the defense, and it is super spammy. So I did hit him up with that Hydro Cannon there, actually. And let's go ahead and see this. I do believe this is a pretty good spot for the example. So I survived with a little bit of health, able to get off one more Muddy Water onto that Golbat. And I do believe the Bastiodon comes in next. And I'm able to get off another one. It's quite amazing, I'll tell you that. So in comes the Bastiodon. I do a couple mud shots and able to get off another one here. It's not going to be doing much, but chance of lowering the defense and or baiting a shield. And if you have not watched my video on how well Swampert is going to be performing as a water attacker, it is going to be the second currently in the game as a pure water attacker to Kyogre. It's not going to be able to survive as long though. So take note of that. Kyogre is still the king of the water attackers and still a worthy investment here. This is going to be a bit of a budget, seeing that we just had the community day and you were probably catching a whole lot, have a lot of candies and probably good IV ones. You may want to invest in them because, well, they're not bad whatsoever. And there I did lower the Metacham's attack, but check it out. It is going to hit me up with Power Up Punch and bring its attack back to neutral. Okay, but hey, I was actually able to bring that attack down there, so that's pretty nice. And like I said, these are just tests. He asked to battle me, and I wanted to test out the Swampert. I didn't tell him that I was going to use it, so I didn't really do too well. But I need to test it out a little bit more, see how well it performs. It's only going to be doing good in specific situations and metas, but not a horrible option. So Swampert, as far as going up against gyms and raids, is going to be fantastic. It's going to be, like I said, one of the best water attackers in the game, so the investment there is going to be worth it. All right, now taking a look at my collection here. Not too sure if I said that Scarlett and myself got 16, but we actually both got 17. So correction there. And then she did find 2 full odds, a shiny Alolan Geodude as well as a Magikarp shiny. So that's pretty amazing. So technically she kind of beat me, but as far as the Mudkips go, it was even. But this one right here, the shiny Seel, let's go ahead and look at the IVs. It's going to be sitting at 12 each. So not bad. I mean, that's pretty decent for full odds shiny. Usually they come in bad IVs, so I'm happy with that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at all of them and see where the IVs are going to be landing here. So this one is pretty decent. Not too sure what I'm going to do with all of these because I keep thinking to myself, all right, I'm going to evolve a whole bunch of these into the Community Day Pokemon. Well, at least have the Community Day move, and I'll trade them later on down the line. But I've been doing that, especially with the Sceptile. I evolved a ton of those, but haven't really been trading them off. Maybe I might find some newer trainers down the line, and maybe they want that. But the only problem is some of them are shiny. And then we also have to build up the friendship, which is going to take a significant amount of time. And then by then, they probably just maybe don't want it. Maybe they got the legendaries by then, and it's just become irrelevant to them. So I don't know, guys. And same with the Slackoth. I still need to get rid of a bunch of those. So I do have this one sitting at $14.99. It's not going to be PvP ideal whatsoever. But hey, I did purchase that secondary move on it, and that's the one I used to go up against my friend there. All right, so you're going to want that lower attack as well as high as you can get for the defense, or around 15 or 14 for the defense, and then stamina at 15. And then moving on here, this one is actually really good. That's why I evolved it. And I will possibly power it up in the future, but it's going to take a substantial amount of candies. And it's shiny, yeah. But as you're going to see, I'm going to go over my other Swamperts that are actually lucky that I traded before the event, and others that I was just simply holding on to. And there's that amazing Seel. Super happy about that. Another decent Swampert. And I also said I evolved a bunch for the Ultra League. I actually meant the Great League, so I can trade them off to people, because this is something a lot of folks actually might want in the future to go competitive. And I didn't go nuts evolving these things like I did in the past, because I didn't want to sit on a bunch. I say that now, but I actually evolved like 10 or 12. All right, so continuing on, none of the shinies were great, and I did hatch this Badoo a while back here. All right, now taking a look at all of my Swamperts, we're going to go from the most recent. So the 2 that I previously did have was going to be this one here, and then everything else is Hydro Cannon. So we're looking at quite a bit, guys. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12 of those that I did evolve. So over here saying I didn't evolve too much, but I went for 12. Yikes. So I do have this one here from a good friend. Thank you, Kilbish. Appreciate that trade. I remember people were like, why did you trade? You had a lucky friendship trade. Why did you do Mudkips? Well, because it's pretty good. I mean, second best water attacker. And, you know, hey, why not do the trade like that? Not everybody wants to do shiny lucky trades all the time. So yeah, I'm sitting pretty good if you're local here and you need one. And we're friends, at least best friends, I guess, if you want to do a shiny trade. I still have a couple that are non-shiny as well. Hydro Cannon good, and the IVs might turn a lot better. Let's go ahead and take a look at their appraisal here. Let's actually start from the top. Now this one is PvP ideal. I should power this one up. It could use a little bit more defense and HP, but still, you know, looking okay with that 0 attack. This one is not bad whatsoever either. I did seek these out and go ahead and evolve them. And if you do trade, the IVs are going to change, obviously. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's the one I didn't really even have to power up. Just purchased a secondary move for, and it landed on $14.99. Pretty amazing. And this is that decent shiny. We're just going to be sitting on that probably for a long time. I'm never going to power it up. And I just evolved another one just for the heck of it, because I just wanted as many of these as I can get my hands on for now, because I already know people are going to want these. So the lucky ones are looking pretty good, and the higher CP one is actually going to be a lot better. So we're looking pretty nice here. And then we do have this fantastic one. Is this Hydro Cannon? Wow, nice. Nice. So this is one I've been saving, going up against gyms and raids here. So hey, I might power that one up. Probably going to be my best. And this one's also pretty decent as well. 1 point off from being a 100, unfortunately. Hydro Cannon 2018. Not a lot. This is actually going to be my 100 that I evolved way back in the day here. So yep, that happened. Yeah, probably one from each generation that I've evolved that's been 100, especially Blaziken as well. Evolved that, and it doesn't have the community day move. So that's why you kind of want to hold on to some of these starters for the future, because when they do receive that community day, you have that 100 ready to go and evolve to receive that special move. All right, and with all that said, I hope everybody had a great Mudkip community day, found plenty of shinies. And we're over here on Goozy Pins, in which I do have a pin that's going to be coming out in a few weeks here. I will be leaving a link in the description so you can check them out. Really quality pins, really enjoy their style here. So if you do want to find it, it's going to go ahead and go over to YouTuber Pins, navigate all the way down to the bottom here, and you can currently pre-order this. So it will be glow in the dark, as seen in the example to the right there, and it will also have sparkles. These are a pretty good size pin. Nothing extremely large, but not too small either. Pretty sturdy, and they will last you a good amount of time. So this is currently on sale. So if you want to pick one up, pre-order it, I urge you to do so. It does support the site as well as me too. And with that said, trainers, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.